booing me, I'm right. Anyways, simultaneously having three chicks looking at me with that same facial expression, just like almost in disbelief that I'd even make a comment upon CO2 in this day and age. It's just absolutely baffling. Just goes to show all people can do is be scripted as fuck. I'm just thinking, you know what? Jealousy is really a thing in this day and age, I'm afraid. Just saying, you could have given me that extra breath, but you know what? Instead, you have to take it away by mocking me as I go the wrong direction and eating myself out completely and having my lungs taken away from an early age because you're so inconsiderate and thinking, hobo. Yep, you can say all you want, all that you please, since my friends would rather have a bum 41 and being hit on the ear by a belt. And I just think, yep, just perfect, perfect. It really goes with the whole aspect of, you know, you really want to enforce this idea that there are different people out there. There really isn't. It's either you're nice or you're an asshole. And typically, when you want to emphasize you're an asshole, why don't do it in such a way I'm going to pretend as if you're not beautiful and just take away every aspect that you actually do hold, because otherwise you're just a robot operating on another robot. I think the laptop's even smarter than you, to be honest, but you know what, hey, maybe I'm just an idiot. Oh, am I supposed to be nice to people suddenly? No, that's not how it works in my world, my friend. I can act however I want, wherever I want, because you know what? I'm the one letting myself go, not you. You can carry on doing your fucking essay or whatever you're doing in your fucking... just fucking... Oh, right, you fucking Microsoft PowerPoint. Just typing away at some shitty little fonts. Oh, bless. Meanwhile, I have to be like extremely acknowledging of my pain and suffering because I can't even breathe an ounce of air. Just out of common courtesy to breathe a little bit of fresh air every once in a while. Nah, have me walk around your town like a complete goon and find my own outfits to pick from, my own beauty queen outfits, and oh, there you go, you get your free compliment, but you also get a punch in the face. Yeah, just goes to show nobody cares. Because if you did care, you'd have some sort of collective aspiration to even consider me as a well-being person. But no, the mystery goes about as much as, you know what, mystery. Who No one likes mysteries. Like, this ain't fucking Scooby Doo. I'm not anticipating anything interesting to happen. Right? You can exaggerate me however much you want, but ultimately you're gonna get the same result. I'm gonna whine at you. I'm going to annoy you. I'm going to make sure that I'm better than you because, you know what, I speak from a well-grounded position. If you can't accept that, you know what, you can live through your whole life in making me the clown because, you know, it doesn't make any sense other than just really forcing my trauma against me. Like, could you imagine if you're trying to use my history against me as if that's such a fundamental excuse? There's nothing else you can do realistically other than just be like, you know what, I don't think you should be allowed to wear nice outfits. I think that's extremely like what's the word? Oh, I don't even know. Controversial. No, you're just jealous. You're really jealous because you're the same age as me and you won't leave me alone. And you'd rather completely copyright everything I want to do because you can't accept the fact that I have an ego over looking nice because I can see what looking good is. I'm able to imagine actually what it'd be like to not have this. I actually have the ability to imagine. Did you know that? But nope. Clearly, we're just all idiots, obviously. And you know what? I'd love to just lay into you about 1,000 times just to get off my insecurity that I'm entrapped constantly every single day by these thoughts of impending doom. And ultimately, nothing else will suffice other than CO2 smoke. So, congratulations. You've really proved my point in that while I'm better than you. And all you can do is pretty much air me out so I can't speak any more of the truth and have me be stuck in a vacuum constantly. The vacuum that presents itself with CO2 and masks. How useless. How absolutely fucking useless. But you know what? Congratulations. You've really proved to me how useless I am in trying to gauge myself. I'm simply left in a dark room to myself, expecting something to happen when ultimately nothing is to ever happen. And so you win, I guess. So good for you, I guess. I hope you're really happy that this is how we meet each other, or how you even discover a person. It's always the same for me, anyways. It's always, hi, how may I be of your service? You know what? I think I was just fine, just sort of walking back and forward between the aisles, being just casual, you know, just existing, breathing fine air, doing normal tasks, and you know what? not really being so, oh, I'm quirky, oh, I have anxiety, oh, I have these little quirks, oh, please love me, oh, please care about me, oh, please, no, 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 just shut up. Just shut up. Just seriously, is that how we're gonna do it? Yeah. It's always the same thing. It's fantasizing about psychopathy. It's fantasizing about like sociopath. It's literally like, oh, okay. And even if it is OCD, it's either like me locking the door and pressing on the handle 10 times out of fear that it can be opened, or just like, oh, do you know what I mean? Like, if the inevitable emotion is going to be anger, then what else is there to life other than just anger? I mean, if you can just be angry all day, you can be angry all day. Otherwise, it's just passive aggressiveness and just, please, may you leave. Just that tone, that tone of just defying. You know what? You have to be Arthur Fleck. You must be Arthur Fleck. You clearly are Arthur Fleck. You are Arthur. You are Arthur Fleck. That's all you can be, is Arthur Fleck. You are going to be beaten up with a sign, your own sign used against you, and you're gonna find yourself completely wounded, looking like an idiot, because you know what? You are meant to be stamped on. You're like a male. You're like a fucking like a. You're like a foldable. What do they even call it these days? You just what you put your letter in the mail, and then you get stamped on by a stamp and get put in the Royal Mail, because you know what, you you just want to dress up as a girl, and nobody can accept that, because you know what, we're gonna completely take away everything that you fucking never wanted just to make yourself look good, and have you wear all these manly clothing just so you can be stopped several times by police under the impression that you would be some sort of a deadly force. When ultimately, how can you be when you got a status like mine? But anyways, doesn't make any sense. Knife crime laws don't make any sense. Incel election doesn't make any sense. Nobody makes any sense. I still don't make any sense. I can't figure out anything that's happening anymore. Nobody can. And so if nobody can, then what the fuck? Otherwise, keep pressing onto me and forcing me to breathe less and less each and every day. I'm sure that'll get you somewhere. It's just treating me like a prototype and just having, oh, let's just see how much CO2 you can inhale in terms of survival ability. That seems like a great idea, doesn't it? Otherwise, have ethnic minorities give me funny looks. That doesn't sound like Mr. Bean when he's like walking around and having these like exchanges of awkward looks and people just questioning his existence. You know what? Yeah, keep on questioning my existence when I keep on saying the same thing exactly to you. That I just want to look good. I could do with a little bit less CO2 and less rudeness from the ethnic minorities, of course. I say ethnic minorities because you know what? It's just. Can I just stop saying that? Can I just other races? Because clearly there's just something to do with race right now. Because it's always me saying like, oh, white male, blonde hair. Do you know what I mean? Just like, okay, let's just generalize bad skin, bad teeth, all the same stereotypes, and just let's just have this predicament of depicting that, you know what, I'm gonna imagine it for myself and mock you before you even get to that. Because you know what, no, I couldn't be any more clearer, to be honest. But you know what, if you want to constantly leave me with literally nothing, carry on wasting my time, because ultimately we're gonna get nowhere other than constantly undermining me, as always. 'Cause that's all we can do, riskly, isn't it? Now, constantly undermining me and channeling my energy into places it doesn't need to be in. You know, I don't need to waste my time with people that don't even want to care about me anymore. You know, if you don't want me to look good, fucking have me look ugly then. Have me be inspired by the streets, I guess. That's really essential now, isn't it? Be inspired by the streets. When I say by the streets, I mean the people that just constantly let themselves go and that don't do anything else productive. I mean, if my intention is to just be on a constant YouTube Shorts page and be constantly aesthetic like, then you know what? I could be that, but you know what? How can I be if I can't just suddenly grow a new pair of teeth or somehow squeeze my face so much that my spots will just fall out? No, that's just not how life works. But you know what? Otherwise, we have this useless person giving me a little belittling as if that was just a solution. That was the major solution, the major plot point in my journey is having this person belittle me. So much so that now I don't even have a voice. And I feel completely butchered as if I'm just a fucking steak in the butchery. Like, seriously, that's just what come to my life is this person ripping through me completely and having me stumble my words, all because I have lack of any sort of force in my gums to control my sense of ability to speak. And so now I'm just left thinking, just seems like privilege to me. Anyways, there you go. Keep typing away, you fucking computer, as if it's ASMR sound. It's not as if we're all the same. I also listen to ASMR. You know what I mean? I bet you do. Quit pretending as if you're unique. We're all the same. We all shit. We all breathe. We all eat. We all drink. we all do things we don't want to watch because, you know, no one likes their internal organs being exploited. Oh, you have a pair of lungs? Ha 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 ha! I just use mine to do a fake laugh. Now, unfortunately, it'd be definitely fucking detrimental if they were to be crushed slowly each and every day to the point where I can't even say anything. All because of a lack of consideration. And otherwise, what, I can't be loud anymore? Not allowed to be loud? Conditioning your voice. That's always good, to condition your voice, because you know what? Everyone just speaks in the same level of pathway where they give you these really unnecessary looks.